5 at-large council seats will have 26 people vying for them in this fall's municipal election. One of them is Mo Comuzzi. Mo, why did you decide to throw your hat in the ring?
I love Thunder Bay. I've been active in this community. It needs new opportunity and new growth, and we need a plan. We need a plan to move forward, and so our kids and our grandkids can have something to look forward to.
You're no stranger to politics, running previously federally. Why municipally? What do you think you can offer the city?
You know, it's interesting, you know, I've had these discussions in the community with people, and the nice part about running for a councillor at large position or a mayoral position is that we're nonpartisan, and every dollar that we can attract to Thunder Bay to help build our economy and to provide services to folks, and because let's face it, you know, it's one thing to have an economic part of the puzzle, but we need leadership, and we need vision, we need economics, and we need a lifestyle. We need to make sure that people, you know, in neighborhoods grow together.
What do you think Thunder Bay needs to position itself for the future?
Well, we need a plan. We need to figure out where we want to be in 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. And, you know, we need to sit down with stakeholders, the business community, the community itself, and decide what that's going to look like. And then we have to be able to measure it quarterly and make sure that we stay on track and track our successes and our shortcomings. You know, we sit on a major waterway, a railway, a highway, and not to mention Pigeon River and International Falls. I mean, we're a diamond in the rough, but we have challenges, and we have social challenges, and we need to have programs in place for folks to you know, to deal with addiction and crime and homelessness and poverty. I mean, you know, we can't have economics and leadership and vision without the whole package. And the whole package of the plan is helping neighborhoods and businesses grow together to accomplish their goals. And reducing red tape in the bureaucracy. I mean, we're dealing with archaic bylaws and zoning requirements that are from the 1950s. I mean, we're in the 21st century, and we have all this technology at our disposal. We can only move forward and use that technology to our advantage, put businesses and neighborhoods together. Hey, I grew up, you know, the East End was a small community, you know, and it was self-sustaining, and that's what we need to move toward, as a self-sustaining community and neighborhoods looking after each other and working together.
You have a career worth of business experience. What would it take for Thunder Bay? I mean, you mentioned a couple with reducing red tape and reviewing some of the more dated bylaws, but what would it take for Thunder Bay to improve its business climate?
Oh my goodness. First of all, we have to have a healthy, safe, and sustainable community and to move forward. So this plan, this 5, 10, 20-year plan, I mean, we need to be healthy, and right now our community, you know, is suffering, and you know, we need direction and to put us on the right path. So where do I want to see us, and what I think we can bring as a business community? Well, I've just told you, we've got it all here, but it takes vision and direction, and everybody needs to work together. It's not just a one-man show or a two-man show. It's the whole community together to make it work. I mean, hey, we did it. It's going back to the basics. The basics, not only of business, but the basics of life, you know. Neighbors need to look after neighbors, and families need to look after families, and Thunder Bay needs to look after itself first, and the rest of it will fall into play.
I guess specifically, what are some things that a city council can do to strengthen neighborhoods?
Oh, well, the red tape and bureaucracy and the zoning requirements are the first issue. I mean, the Chamber's hit it right with the Yes campaign. I mean, that platform that they've come out with, I mean, it's been well thought. You know, if you look at little communities such as, and this is kind of down the lines of where they're coming from, if you look at communities for example, I had a friend of mine come back from British Columbia. They're little villages. I mean, the East End was a little village back in the day. I mean, my family was brought up in the East End. I mean, you had groceries, you had health, you had the law office, accounting, seniors can, places of faith, seniors can walk to their appointments, businesses and neighborhoods need to be able to work together, live together in these little, in our wards, let's, and grow our wards in a healthy way together. So, and that's where I see our community, and I think we need to start at the basics, and then we move through the plan, and the plan will see us with major growth. There's opportunity, but we need to get healthy first.
With that, the talk of needing to become healthy, how involved should the city get in something that is ultimately a provincial responsibility?
I think it's all our responsibility, and I really have a hard time with passing the buck. Even running as federal politics, and someone say, well, that's the provincial government's area. No, you know what? It's all our responsibility, and we have to grow together with all levels of government, and work together in order to have a safe, healthy, and sustainable Thunder Bay. And I mean healthy in economics, in our leadership, and our lifestyle. I mean, your own family. I mean, if somebody's ill in your family, it all falls apart. So, without one, the other can't be healthy and successful. And we need to be able to have, like my platform is vision and leadership, economic opportunity and lifestyle. All three have to work together.
What are you hearing from people, from citizens of Thunder Bay, that are the key issues that they want addressed for the next term of council?
Well, just what I'm talking about. I mean, there's different neighborhoods that are suffering with different challenges, and it's becoming self-sustaining. I mean, poverty is a huge issue, and do you think people want to suffer? They don't. They want help, and they need help to do that. We in the past, and I'll go on this. I'll harp on this until somebody listens to me. We have facilities that are sitting empty that could provide services to folks with their drug addiction and substance abuse, mental illness, and yet, we don't embrace those empty facilities and help these folks with programs. There's money out there for programs. We just need the right people to go and get that money so that we can provide assistance to these folks. Everybody wants to be a contributor to their families, and it's tough. It's tough out there. It's a shrinking economy, and we can't keep taxing the same people over and over again. We need vision to go to grow our economy in a healthy, sustainable way.
You mentioned at the beginning of making Thunder Bay a place where your children and your grandchildren can stay and build a life. Do you think, as with the path that the city's currently on, this is a place where that can happen?
Well, our children are really, I mean, we have the university, the college, our health sciences center, the new law office. I mean, our kids are investing their education in this community for the most part, and they want to stay here. I find it really bizarre that if my child is coming out of, say, for example, the health industry, okay, with a degree, that we don't give our own kids an option. And this is what I'm hearing. This is what I've been told, okay? This is not me just making this up. Maureen, why is it that I have the same education base, and yet we're hiring people from Toronto to fill the jobs here in Thunder Bay, and now we're having to go and look for a job in another community? That's wrong. We talk about being locally, we want a local grown, local this, local that. Well, we got to buy into local, 100% local. That means when we educate our children, that we need to give them first chance at a job opportunity in their field, if we can provide that. But we need leadership and vision to do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can find all of the candidate profiles for everybody in the at-large race, as well as in the ward races and the mayoral contest at the Thunder Bay Vote section of tvnewswatch.com.